Welcome back to the Big Bad Network. I'm your host, Ed, and I'm happy to have you here again. Self-awareness. I am very self-aware. I'm extremely self-aware, especially recently in my life. Now, many things have occurred, of course, but as I learn more about myself as I grow, I'm learning that life is easier when you can make the distinction between black and white, with less room for gray areas to exist. Life is more manageable. I was thinking about how I wanted to start this talk, and right before I did, I think to myself, let me smoke a blunt. If I can go get some weed and smoke that real quick, I'll be more inspired on what to say, know how to really take this off. The truth is, that does not help. It seems like it will help, but I've reached a point where even when I smoked before wanting to do something like this, I wouldn't be inspired still. I'll find myself being more lazy instead, frustrated. Once upon a time, smoking opened up those areas of creativity and allowed me to access them. But smoking also made productivity dormant. I was aware of this, yet I was not necessarily fully aware of what was going on. I think to myself, before I play the guitar, let me smoke a blunt so that when I really get into it, I can just go into a state of trance and not have to think or overthink playing the guitar. Yes, it was relaxing, but did I become a better guitar player? No. Was I just as good as I could have been without smoking? Absolutely. But did I work? Did I do the work to be fluent enough to not overthink? No, I didn't. I wanted shortcuts. And as a smoker, I've learned that smoking is always a shortcut to feeling better without doing the work to feel better. And so I would also take that shortcut to feel better about the things that I did without teaching myself to grow through the things that I need to do and learn how to deal with them emotionally, mentally, and learn how to be satisfied with what I can accomplish, knowing my true limits, building my endurance. I took shortcuts. Smoking is a shortcut. You don't deal with things when you smoke, you bypass those things, get distracted for a little while, move on to something else, and lose focus. And by the time you regain focus, it's already late or just too late. So I thought to myself, no, I'm not gonna smoke before this. And it's not the first time I've been at this crossroad where I'm like, hey, you know what? I wanna smoke, and then I'll be able to do whatever it is I need to do. Be it laundry, be it social encounters, be it homework, be it making music, be it shooting a video or editing a video or doing chores or working out or eating or showering or sleeping. My whole life revolved around smoking. And the more that I smoked, at the end of every joint, I hated myself more. Just a little bit more, I hated myself every time. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I still smoke, unfortunately. But now it's at a point where I'm so aware of it that I choose not to smoke. And I'm feeling better every day about that. It's not the ideal situation that I'm used to, but that has to change. That has to change so I can learn how to be an adult, learn how to grow, and learn how to deal with my emotions and manage them, my temperament and manage it, my productivity and manage it, creativity and manage it, self-embetterment. I heard somewhere that self-rehabilitation is about being aware of oneself. It's about taking that control of your mental, emotional growth. The ties that self-rehabilitation has to mental health and overall well-being are the foundation for a healthier and happier life. It sets the stage for why adopting a positive outlook matters. And that matters because positivity itself is the key to unlocking your potential. If I can think that, you know what, I can do this without smoking. I don't need to smoke to go do this. I'll just be fine without that. and I can perform just as well, if not even better. I'll get better every day, and I think I would love myself more, just a little bit more every other time I do that and make that decision to go down that route. Choose the hardness instead of the escape or the shortcut. It's important that I recognize negative patterns as I grow older. Maturing does not come with age alone. It comes with identifying your thought, your patterns, your behaviors, and the things that lead to negativity. Awareness is the first step toward change. If you really want to change, you have to be aware. You have to know of self, and you have to want to be involved with yourself. While I discuss the impact of self-awareness in recognizing negativity, I'll tell you it's simply knowing your triggers. And when you know your triggers, it helps you avoid them. If I see a landmine and I didn't know it was a landmine, I'd probably step on it. You don't really get a chance after a landmine, but let's say a trap. If I saw another trap again, I would have learned, one, this area or this type of area has traps in it. Maybe I shouldn't go in there. And altogether, maybe I would avoid certain traps. My therapist tells me to journal. My therapist commends me on my ability to be self-aware. And journaling, she suggests, for it's a tool for self-reflection. Essentially, if you wanted to see what your mind is truly thinking, a little introspection goes a long way. Journal your thoughts, journal your ideas, journal your feelings, journal your experiences. You will remember these things you write about, and maybe not forever, but in the long term, you will be aware as you journal. And you can always go back to your journal to remind yourself and reinforce certain practices. With journaling, you can also discover the power of affirmations and how they reframe your thought processes. Words can shape your entire reality from what you know it as. You know, I've learned speaking positively of yourself versus speaking negatively of yourself has two different outcomes to oneself. Because the things you say about yourself are what will essentially come of it or come of you. It will be the demonstration that you put out. It would be your product. Some examples of daily affirmations to cultivate positivity are things like, I'm capable, I am strong, I am worthy, I am loved, I am able to, I am intelligent, I am aware, I am sober. Affirm the things that you are doing well. Give yourself credit. Be the first person to give you credit. Don't wait for other people to tell you that you are good enough or that you are worthy. Proclaim that you are worthy. Proclaim that whatever it is, you are ready to overcome it. Affirmations are a practical exercise for integrating into daily routines. The power of affirmations are a practical exercise. I would say the power of affirmations are amazing. And I would suggest when you start your day, start with something like, I am capable, I'm strong, I'm loved. Start your day with an affirmation every morning. I will be rich. I will win. I am the man. I'm the boss. I will be the boss. I will be on the top. All those things. And it's not easy. It's not as easy as it seems. Yes, it's easy, but yet not as easy as it seems. People are different. For some people, it will take longer to just come out of their own shell and see themselves. For some people, they need help or guidance toward that. You need another hand. You need support. We all need help. Developing gratitude is not an easy practice. Understanding the science behind gratitude and happiness is to know that gratitude rewires your brain for joy. Some strategies for practicing gratitude are writing down 3 things you're thankful for daily. And someone told me this years ago when I joined an AA meeting, and I was really struggling with a lot of different things. I joined this AA meeting and I made some really cool friends. And when I was struggling with some things that really gave me a lot of anxiety, I would reach out to them and say, well, how do I deal with this? And one day I reached out for some help or support. And the guy who was my sponsor said, a friend at the time said, write down 3 things you're grateful for and focus on those 3 things. Just do that and see how you feel afterward. It took me about 3 minutes to write down 3 things I was grateful for. I really thought about things that were important to me. And then there were so many things, and I wanted to select the 3 things that I felt like should really be at the very top of that list for me at that present time. And I did. And just moments after, I felt calm, relaxed. I felt like there was a slight reset to my thinking. There was a slight reset to my frame of mind. I was able to digest the information around me without overthinking all the other things that were the moving parts that could go wrong or the uncertainty that it will go right. And I'll tell you what, some things are just ordinary moments that you turn into opportunities for thankfulness, like smiling at a stranger or holding the door and saying hello to someone, or just going on a walk and enjoying the day and taking a deep breath and appreciating nature and life and the opportunity to have that experience in that moment, being in that moment. Sometimes we lose sight of the moment and we're distracted with so many other things, and moments pass. I've learned to build resilience through mindset shifts. Growth mindset versus fixed mindset. Your mindset determines your outcome. How failures and challenges are opportunities to learn. I tell you, every setback is a setup for a comeback. You don't fall down and think to myself, oh, I can never get back up. What you do is you get up. You get up and you go up those stairs and you knock on that door and try again. Some methods for practicing self-resilience in everyday life would be breathing exercises, learning to adapt, learning to move forward, not hold on to certain things, especially negative things, learning to let go. Be water, my friend. Flow. Your daily and physical mental habits are important. Physical activity and its linked to mental positivity. Move your body, boost your mind. Create simple yet achievable daily routines like walking, yoga, or stretching. Do those things. Start small, but stay consistent. Make it a way of life. Mental exercises like meditation and deep breathing, 5 minutes to calm, can transform your day. Try it. You don't need to smoke to do those things. You don't need to get high. You don't need to drink. You don't need to meet that toxic person in your life who's around, draining you of your positivity, your light, the good that you can bring into this world, being all drained and sucked out of you. You gotta surround yourself with positivity. Environment and social circles influence our mindset. My mom always says, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. I hated when she said that because I didn't have good friends. Oh, at least I knew my friends were not worthy to the standard of people that my mom would prefer me to surround myself with. And because I knew that, I would hide my friends, eventually hiding myself with my friends. And eventually there was no one to show. And with no one to show, I become a nobody. It's amazing how long it takes us sometimes to learn those profound statements our parents make that we take so casually. If you want to curate a supportive and uplifting social network, I would say choose some friends who inspire and motivate you. Choose friends who care about you. Choose friends who look into your well-being, and choose friends who want to support and who are there and happy for you when you achieve success. Choose those friends. Choose people who add to your life, who add greatness to your life. Also, social media. Let me just put that out there. Social media is a great tool to accessing negativity just as much as you can access positivity through it. But we find more negativity to be sourced through our social media into our minds. So that's something to control. Trolling the information and just the media content that you're allowing into your digest, into your daily digest. Surround yourself with positivity. If your algorithm keeps showing you fights and shootings and accidents and people pranking people, wars and bombings, you need to start double tapping some nice, feel-good videos and change your algorithm. Simply said, be mindful of your consumption of media. The impact of media on mental health outlook is intentional about what you consume. Limit doom scrolling for a clearer mind. Be intentional about what you consume. Swap gossip for growth. Sometimes some of you are on YouTube and all you watch, or all I watch, most of the time on YouTube, is gossip and nonsense. And then I'm like, wait, this is all it shows me. And then I want to see other things on YouTube, but my algorithm is not set up that way. And so I have to change it up. Otherwise, create a whole new account where it's a lot easier to just navigate into some things that I prefer to see and develop that algorithm from there. You can do that. You're not locked into your current accounts. You're not locked into them. It's not a contract. They're free. You can create them for free. If you're paying for the account, then you're subscribing to something. And I hope it's worth it. But regardless, aside from that, it's in your control what you allow yourself to be exposed to. It's within your control. Goals give you direction and purpose. Take small steps to big changes, and every win deserves recognition. Please give yourself credit. Set realistic goals and celebrate your wins. Short-term goals, long-term goals, whatever the goals, set them, work on them, put in the effort, execution, and celebrate your wins. It's important in this life for us to sustain positive outlooks, and there are different ways to making positivity a long-term habit. Consistency turns effort into lifestyle. Reflection helps you refine your journey. And I always say, be kind to yourself. Growth takes time. Don't be hard on yourself. And it's okay to ask for help. Hey, you've reached the end of this video, and if you got this far, I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you very much for being here. Please like, subscribe, and share, and leave a comment if you'd like to. Just drop a comment and say something. Thank you very much, my friends. It's been my pleasure. I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.